Good morning, children. So let's continue from page number 58 after read and find out. Thus the years passed. The village became a small town. The little primary school became a high school. There were now a cinema under a tin shed and a cotton ginning mill. The mail train began to stop at their railway station. Now many years passed, and the village also turned into a small town. Means development was done in the village. There was progress in everything. The primary school, it had turned into a high school, and now there was a cinema also, and a cotton ginning mill was also there. Ginning, it's a process of separating the raw cotton from its seeds. So a mill had been set up in the village, and the mail train, the luggage train, it had also started coming to their village, and it stopped at their village railway station also. Means all this showed that the village had progressed a lot. One night after dinner, Ramlal said to his wife, "Then shall I accept Bishambar's proposal?" "Yes, certainly," his wife said. "Bhole will be lucky to get such a well-to-do bridegroom. A big shop, a house of his own, and I hear several thousand in the bank. Moreover, he is not asking for any dowry." Now, one night after dinner, when the family had the dinner, Ramlal asked his wife that, "Okay, shall I accept Bishambar's proposal?" And his wife said, "Yeah, sure, definitely you should accept his offer. And Bholi will be lucky to get such a well-to-do, means such a rich bridegroom. He had a big shop, a house of his own, and he had a good bank balance also. And most importantly, he's not asking for any dowry. Dowries, it's the gifts that are given by the parents to their daughter. It's a ritual in Indian marriages. That's right, but he is not so young, almost the same age as I am. And he also limps. Limps means walks limpingly, langda. Moreover, the children from his first wife are quite grown up. Now, it means now the talks of marriage of Bholi are going on in the village. Means Bholi has grown up. She is now at the age of getting married, and a proposal had come for Bholi, and the bridegroom, he is a rich person, but he is not very young. He is a very grown up, almost of Ramlal's age, means a male of almost Bholi's father's age. And he also lives, means एक तो उम्र में बहुत बड़ा था, और वो एक पैर से, और वो लंगड़ा भी था. And he had been earlier also married, and the children from his first wife, they are almost grown up, means they were almost of भोली एज. मतलब पहले उसकी शादी हो चुकी थी, उसकी पहली शादी से जो बच्चे थे वो ऑलमोस्ट भोली की एज के थे. तो ये कितने बड़े मतलब आदमी का प्रपोजल भोली के लिए आया था. एंड द फादर वाज रेडी टू मैरी बिकॉज ऑफ भोलीज सिंपलिटन, बिकॉज ऑफ भोलीज, यू कैन से कि भोली इतनी ब्यूटीफुल प्रिटी नहीं थी. All because of that, and mentally also she was not fully grown up. So what does it matter? His wife replied, 45 or 50? It is no great age for a man. We are lucky that he is from another village and does not know about her pockmarks and her lack of sense. If we don't accept this proposal, she may remain unmarried all her life. Now, Bhole's mother, she said, "What does it matter?" Ramlal's wife, she said, "No, it doesn't matter if the man is of 45 or 50 years old. This is not a great means." You can see children कि मतलब पुराने ज़माने में मतलब बेटी की शादी करने के लिए शादी करना ज़रूरी होता था, चाहे वो उसके लिए कोई एज मायने नहीं रखती थी. और ऊपर से फिर भोली जो है थोड़ी सी सुंदर भी नहीं थी, मेंटली इतनी ग्रोन अप नहीं थी, तो उसके पेरेंट्स ये चाहते थे बस भोले की किसी तरह शादी हो जाए, चाहे वो किसी भी आदमी से हो. इसीलिए उन्होंने इस प्रपोज़ल को एक्सेप्ट करने की सोची कि वो इतना बड़ा आदमी था, लगभग भोली के फादर की एज का था, लंगड़ा था, लेकिन क्योंकि वो अमीर था और डाउरी नहीं मांग रहा था, सबसे बड़ी बात वो दहेज नहीं मांग रहा था, और वो क्योंकि दूसरे विलेज से बिलोंग करता था, तो वो आदमी जो भोली की मतलब उसके पोक मार्क जो चेहरे पे दाग थे उन सब के बारे में भी नहीं जानता था, और भोली की स्टैमरिंग के बारे में भी नहीं जानता था. तो वो चाहते थे कि किसी तरह बस भोली की शादी हो जाए. अगर इफ़ दे विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट दैट प्रपोजल, देन दे वर अफ्रेड दैट भोली विल ऑलवेज रिमेन अनमैरिड. Yes, but I wonder what Bholi will say. Now the father was a little bit concerned. He said कि नहीं, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मतलब भोली क्या कहेगी, भोली क्या सोचेगी. What will this witless one say? She's like a dumb cow. Witless means very foolish. Stupid. Dumb cow means stupid. कहती ये पागल सी लड़की ये क्या कहेगी इसके बारे में, ये तो एक भोली गाय की जैसी है. मे बी यू आर राइट मटर्ड रामलाल. देन मटरिंग मीन्स स्पीक टू वन सेल्फ, खुद से ही बोलना. तो वो अपने मन मन में ही अपने आप ही बुदबुदाता रामलाल कि हाँ शायद तुम ठीक कह रही हो, मुझे इस प्रपोजल को एक्सेप्ट कर लेना चाहिए. In the other corner of the courtyard, Bholi lay awake on her cot, listening to her parents' whispered conversation. And Bholi was also lying there on the other corner. आंगन के दूसरे कोने में भोली सो रही थी. रादर शी वॉज नॉट स्लीपिंग, शी वॉज जस्ट लाइंग अवेक, मतलब लेटी हुई थी. और वो अपने पेरेंट्स की जो विस्परिंग थी उनको सुन रही थी. विस्परिंग होती, बड़े धीरे धीरे से बोल रहे थे वो, मरमरिंग. Vishwambar Nath was a well-to-do grocer. Grocer means he sell the household goods, and he came with a big party of friends and relations with him for the wedding. A brass band playing a popular tune from an Indian film headed the procession, with the bridegroom riding a decorated horse. Ramlal was overjoyed to see such a pomp and splendor. He had never dreamt that his fourth daughter would have such a grand wedding. Bholi's elder sisters who had come for the occasion were envious of her luck. Now the marriage was settled, the proposal was accepted, and Bishambar came to marry her. He was a rich grocer, and when he came to marry, the he came with a lot of people, all the friends and family members, relatives for the wedding. Uh, you can say band baja was also there, and that was playing. The procession was headed, means the procession was led by the band baja, and they were singing some Indian film tune. And the bridegroom, he was on a well decorated horse, he was sitting on a horse. And Ramlal was so happy because her earlier daughters were also married, but such a pomp and show was not there in their marriage. So he had never dreamt of that for Bholi such a grand wedding will take place. So he was very happy. And Bholi's elder sisters, they were also feeling jealous. When the auspicious moment came and the priest said, "Bring the bride," Bholi, clad in a red silken bridal dress, she was led to the bride's place near the sacred fire. So when that very important moment came and the priest asked to bring the bride. So Bholi, she was wrapped in a red silken bridal dress. She was wearing a beautiful red dress, and she was taken to the bride's place near the sacred fire. मीन्स वो मतलब फेरे वाली जो मंडप जो था, मंडप में भोली को लाया गया. शी वॉज वेयरिंग very beautiful red silk sari and garland the bride. One of his friends prompted Bishambar Nath. Now it was the time of garlanding, मतलब वरमाला डालने का समय था. And one of her friend prompted her, means to cause someone to do something. So one of her friends asked Bishambar to put the garland. The bridegroom lifted the garland of yellow marigolds. A woman slipped back the silken veil from the bride's face. Bishambar took a quick glance. The garland remained poised in his hands. The bride slowly pulled down the veil over her face. Now, what happened? The bridegroom, मतलब दूल्हे ने जैसे ही he just lifted the garland to put into Bholi's neck. He was carrying a garland of marigolds. मैरीगोल्ड आर आई थिंक गेंदे के फूलों की माला उसने ले रखी थी. एंड वन विमेन फ्रॉम द ग्रुप, शी जस्ट टुक बैक द सिल्कन वेल इज अ कर्टन, यू कैन से घूंघट, हिंदी में इसको घूंघट बोलते हैं, पर्दा. सो अ लेडी फ्रॉम द बैक, शी जस्ट पुट अवे द वेल फ्रॉम द ब्राइड्स फेस, मतलब भोली के चेहरे से उन्होंने घूंघट को पीछे सरका दिया. एंड बिशंबर लुक्ड एट भोलीज फेस क्विकली. द garland remained poised means it was not moving. और वो माला जो उसने उठाई थी भोली के गले में डालने के लिए, वो एज इट इज़ उसके हाथ में रह गई. और द ब्राइड स्लोली पुल डाउन द वेल, और भोली ने धीरे से अपना घूंघट नीचे कर लिया. हैव यू सीन हर, said Bishambar to a friend next to him. She has pock marks on her face. And after seeing Bholi's face, he asked one of his friend that if ही हैड सीन हर, तुमने देखा उसके पूरे चेहरे पर पोक मार्क्स हैं. So what? You are not young either. Maybe, but if I am to marry her, her father must give me 5,000 rupees. तो उसका दोस्त कहता है, दूल्हे का दोस्त कहता है, तो क्या हुआ, तुम भी कोई इतने यंग नहीं हो. तो रामलाल कहता है, हाँ मैं भी नहीं हूँ शायद, लेकिन अगर मुझे इस लड़की से शादी करनी है तो इसके फादर को मुझे दहेज देना पड़ेगा, 5,000 रुपये का दहेज. नाउ after seeing Bholi's face, Bishambar, he started asking for dowry of 5,000 rupees. Ramlal went and placed his turban, his honor, at Bishambar's feet. Do not humiliate me so. Take 2,000 rupees. Now when Ramlal heard of this, he went to him and he just placed his turban. मीन्स मतलब वो अपनी पगड़ी जो उसकी शान थी, जो इज्जत थी, उसने वो दूल्हे के पैरों में रख दी. एंड उसने बिशंबर से कहा कि प्लीज़ डोंट ह्यूमिलिएट मी, मीन्स टू मेक समवन फील अशेम्ड और टू मेक समवन फील फुलिश. कहता मेरी इतनी इंसल्ट मत करो, आप 2,000 रुपये ले लो. नो, 5,000 और वी गो बैक, कीप योर डॉटर नाउ. बट रामलाल, ही वॉज सो एडमेंट, ही सेड नो, वी वांट ओनली 5,000 रुपीज़, अदरवाइज वी विल गो बैक एंड we will not marry Bholi. Be a little considerate, please. If you go back, I can never show my face in the village. Then out with 5,000. Now, Bholi's father Ramna, he said, please think a little bit. अगर तुम वापस चले गए तो I will not able to show my face to anyone. Means मेरी इतनी इंसल्ट होगी कि मैं अपनी किसी को अपना चेहरा नहीं दिखा पाऊँगा. It was a big insult if anyone's daughter is लेफ्ट मीन्स लाइक दैट की शादी बीच में ही रुक जाए और शादी ना हो, मंडप से ही लड़की को वापस ले जाया जाए. तो इट वाज अ शेम फॉर अ पर्सन इन अ विलेज. सो ही वाज रिक्वेस्टिंग बिशंबर टू marry Bholi. Then Bishambar said, no, if you want to get your daughter married to me, you bring 5,000 rupees. Tears streaming down his face, Ramlal went in, opened the safe and counted out the notes. He placed the bundle at the bridegroom's feet. Now Ramlal was crying terribly. He went inside and he opened the locker. He took out the money, he counted, and he placed the bundle at the bridegroom's feet. Now next page, children. Means finally he decided to give the money just for the sake of Bholi's marriage. On Bishambar's greedy face appeared a triumphant smile. He had gambled and won. Give me the garland, he announced. Now Bishambar, he was very face. Means actually he was very greedy. But earlier, because of her age and her limp and his age and his limpness, he was ready to marry Bholi without any dowry. But when he happened to see Bholi's pock marks, he just asked for the dowry. So a victorious smile came on his face and finally he won. He was able to force them to give them dowry. Give me the garland, he announced, and finally he declared that give me the garland, now I will marry Bholi. Once again the veil was slipped back from the bride's face, but this time her eyes were not downcast. She was looking up, looking straight at her prospective husband, and in her eyes there was neither anger nor hate, only cold contempt. Now once again, when he was about to put the garland, the veil was again slipped back from the bride's face. But this time, the bride, she was not looking down. Rather, her eyes were up. She was looking straight at her husband, her would-be husband. And in her eyes, there was neither anger. She was not angry. There was not a feeling of hatred. Rather, there was cold contempt. Contempt is घृणा. कोई गुस्सा नहीं था, कोई नफरत नहीं थी, केवल घृणा थी उसकी आंखों में. And she was looking at Bishambar. Bishambar raised the garland to place it round the bride's neck. But before he could do so, Bholi's hand struck out like a streak of lightning and the garland was flung into the fire. She got up and threw away the veil. बिशंबर ने जैसे ही उसके गले में वरमाला डालने के लिए हाथ उठाया और इससे पहले कि वो वरमाला डालता, भोले का हाथ फटाफट एक लाइक अ स्ट्रीक मीन्स लाइक अ फ्लैश ऑफ लाइट, बिजली की गति से उसने वो माला उसके हाथ से छीनी एंड शी जस्ट थ्रो दैट गार्लैंड इनटू फायर, और उसने उसे वो आग में डाल दी और वो खड़ी हो गई और अपने पर्दे को भी उसने, अपना जो घूंघट था उसको भी उतार दिया. पिताजी, सेड भोली इन अ क्लियर लाउड वॉइस, एंड हर फेस and her father, mother, sisters, brothers relations and neighbors, they were startled to hear her speak without even the slightest tremor. And she told in anger, she cried in anger in a very loud voice, पिताजी. और उसने इतनी क्लियरली बोला कि जितने भी वहाँ पे मेंबर्स इकट्ठे हुए थे, उसके भाई बहन, रिश्तेदार, माता पिता, सब, दे वर सरप्राइज्ड. स्टार्टल मीन्स दे वर सरप्राइज्ड टू हियर हर. मतलब उसको इतने क्लियरली बोलते हुए, बिना किसी हकलाहट के, सभी एकदम शॉक्ड थे, सरप्राइज थे. पिताजी, टेक बैक योर मनी, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू मैरी दिस मैन. एंड भोली डिक्लेयर दैट शी इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू मैरी दैट मैन. एंड शी आस्क्ड हर फादर टू टेक बैक हिज मनी. भोली ने डिक्लेयर कर दिया था कि वो इस आदमी से शादी करने वाली नहीं है, अपने पैसे वापस ले लो. चिल्ड्रन, यू कैन सी द पिक्चर. मंडप है, मंडप में माला गिरी हुई है आग में. भोली जो हाथ कर रही है अपने फादर को, शी इज़ टेलिंग कि यू टेक द मनी बैक, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू मैरी. एंड द मेंबर्स आर देयर. सो फाइनली भोली had decided that she will not marry that greedy man. Children, that's all for today. Rest we will do in the next class.